So Dricus du Plessis issues a warning to Sean Strickland ahead of their rematch. I forgot to announce this. I was all caught up in my excitement for my girl Tatiana finally getting her title shot. I didn't forget, actually. I'm capping. I just didn't care enough to announce this on my channel. But I figured I might say something. DDP gave me something to talk about. And honestly, this DDP guy is kind of growing on me. I used to be a hater from the beginning, because of, the stuff that he said about wanting to be the first real African champion, being dismissive of Izzy and Usman and Ngannou, being the first three kings, and saying he'll be the first African king, and then you try to gaslight everyone saying he never said that. And as a black man, knowing that's my ancestry, I took offense to that. But I don't want to get into this. Forget all that. I know people in my comment section are going to challenge me on this. That's not what I'm here to talk about. But he is kind of growing on me, man. He's funny. He's entertaining to watch. Underrated trash talker. And it's just kind of comical how this guy always finds a way to win. Even when his style is so untextbook, he still ends up winning via plot armor anyway. But what Dricus had to say about the rematch in Australia, February 8th, UFC 312. So, everyone was like, oh, the first fight was a robbery. Sean should have won. DDP says this time they won't call it a robbery. They'll call it an attempted murder. Damn. Prepare to be amazed. I mean, it's possible that DDP finishes Sean Strickland in a rematch. It's possible that DDP, it's possible that he puts a stamp on it this time. Even without a finish, I could see a more clear decision. I feel like DDP definitely has more ways to win. He's got the grappling if he needs to lean on that. He's got the power advantage. He's not just going to sit back and let Sean Strickland just jab and teep at him from a distance like Costa and Izzy did. He'll actually push a pace. He'll be aggressive. And Sean doesn't like when his opponents are aggressive with him, and he doesn't like having something to worry about, whether it be wrestling or knockout power. And DDP, I feel like, is the more improving fighter. I feel like going into the rematch, he's definitely more likely to make the adjustments, whereas Sean Strickland, even though what he does is effective, he's very predictable, and I don't really see him changing anything at all going into this fight. So I do favor Dricus. The last time I did pick Strickland to win, but I just feel like DDP has the formula to beat him. He's been in there with Sean Strickland before. He knows what he has to do to win. And I think we're going to see a more confident Dricus, and I think he's going to be more aggressive early on. But I will say, and y'all aren't going to want to hear this because I know right now Sean Strickland is hated, and I don't blame people for not liking him. He was a fan fave in late 2023, but 2024, this guy's been insufferable all year. But I think Sean Strickland has a really good chance to win the rematch. Again, y'all are not going to want to hear this, but Sean Strickland could actually win this fight. It's very likely that they could be going 1-1. We could be looking at a rivalry here. We could be looking at a potential trilogy. They could go one apiece and then fight one more time. You never know. Now, hopefully, if Sean wins, there's no immediate rematch, because I don't think DDP, having one defense, will have earned an immediate rematch. And plus, Khamzat Chimaev is waiting in line, and Khamzat should have been next. It should have been Khamzat fighting at UFC 312. But do not be surprised if Strickland gets this one back, because even though I do favor Dricus du Plessis, I think of everyone in the division, aside from Khamzat, I think Sean is the hardest matchup for Dricus du Plessis in the division, because whereas Dricus is the best finisher at middleweight right now, Sean Strickland is literally the hardest guy to finish on the entire middleweight roster. Great striking defense, good chin, hard to hit clean, and again, if you hit him clean, he can take it, and even though he prefers to take a technical and cautious approach, Sean Strickland can scrap too. DDP is awkward. Strickland is also awkward. DDP has great grappling, good takedowns, dangerous ground game, good submissions, good ground and pound. Sean Strickland has good takedown defense. If you take him down, he's hard to hold down long enough to even do anything with him. And Sean is better on a technical level in the striking aspect, in the boxing. And Sean Strickland has the 5-round cardio to keep up with Dricus du Plessis. We know Dricus du Plessis is dangerous every round now. He's killed the narrative that to beat him, you just got to get him in the late rounds. No, he beat Sean by decision, and he finished Izzy in round 4. But I feel like Sean can do this. And also, another thing I want to note in this video is literally everyone who beats Israel Adesanya loses their next fight. I mean, look at this. Jan Blachowicz, the first man to beat Israel Adesanya. Where is that on his record right now? He beats Izzy, gets subbed by Glover Teixeira. And then again, Alex Pereira. Let me click on this. It's not loading. Alex Pereira beats Israel Adesanya, gets knocked out by him one fight later in the immediate rematch. Sean Strickland beat Israel Adesanya, loses his first defense to Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis beat Israel Adesanya. There's a first time for everything. I mean, does he go on? Does he go on to be the first man to go on to win his next fight after beating Izzy? It's possible. We'll just have to find out on February the 8th, but I might be onto something here, yo. Israel Adesanya might just have the dragon curse to him. Remember the Paul Felder curse, the Irish dragon? Remember how it was where everyone who beat Paul Felder would literally lose their next fight except for RDA? This is how it is with Israel Adesanya. So if this is a real thing, if Izzy actually has an Adesanya curse where if you beat him, you lose your next fight, Sean Strickland is a lock to win this fight, and bet the house on Sean Strickland. But, I mean, will Dricus win via attempted murder? Will he finish Sean Strickland? I do think he'll win, but I'm going to say Sean is so hard to finish. He's so hard to finish. He kind of matches the output of DDP. Actually, he doubles DDP with output, with volume. He's more accurate of a striker, but DDP always seems to plot armor his way through, through being technically deficient. He always seems to plot armor his way to a victory against guys who are technically better and more skilled than him. I've predicted people who won by decision the first time to win by decision again, and then they win by finish the next time. Like I predicted Weili to win by decision in the rematch against Joanna. I picked Islam to win by decision in the rematch with Volk. He won by a finish. I picked Usman to win a decision again against Masvidal, and he won by a finish. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to say that Dricus du Plessis does get an attempted murder against Sean Strickland, but I'm not confident. I feel like it's more likely that it's going to be another decision, and it may be another really hard fight for Dricus du Plessis, and I'm not going to be surprised if the first man to beat him in the UFC middleweight division is this man, Sean Strickland, but I can't wait for this fight. I don't have a dog in the race because I'm not a fan of either man, but it should be fun. It should be a good one. I mean, not because of Sean. He's boring, but Dricus is allergic to boring fights, and he's going to make it a dog fight once again. But let me know what your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me say that again. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you guys got winning? DDP once again or Sean Strickland? Revenge or repeat? Like and subscribe and peace out.